welcome to the Starting Over podcast. I'm your host, Edward Shelton, aka Dark Logos, and this is where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of HeroClix. What we're going to do today is this is going to be a brief follow-up to the last episode. So go ahead and listen to the last episode. We're mainly going to be sort of following up on Lieutenant Gordon. And so this is going to be a little bit briefer interaction. But I really wanted to bring out Lieutenant Gordon because of what he can do to the meta. Now, right now, folks might say, like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean do to the meta? So let me explain to you. Lieutenant Gordon, not Sergeant Gordon, Lieutenant Gordon, is 68 points. He has a special power for most of his dial, which is get these men into position, give Lieutenant Gordon a power action. You can immediately give him and up to 2 adjacent friendly characters who possess a team ability or keyword possessed by Lieutenant Gordon a move action as a free action, replacing all character speed value with Lieutenant Gordon's unmodified speed value. Okay. Why is this a big issue? It's mainly because of how far you can actually move out figures with this, considering that he has a movement of 8, 8, 6, 6, 6. Those are his movement values for his 5 clicks. And that's very good. Now, let's think about it. When's the last time you've seen an 8 movement charge? When's the last time you've seen an 8 movement running shot? Okay, figures that didn't have running shot or charge previously now are monsters pretty much next to Lieutenant Gordon. So what we're going to do is we're just going to point out a couple of figures that I thought were quite noticeable. One thing I will say is this: I hate to bring it up, but really DC gets the better end of it. And you can go into Golden Age and pull out some cool stuff, but really DC does have the better end of it. Okay, starting off, Nova Prime. Nova Prime and Nova Corps Recruit. That combination is ridiculous, definitely considering that Nova Corps Recruit is 50 points, so you can leadership onto the Nova Corp Recruit, and you can also receive leadership. I don't know how I come to think of it. You can't receive leadership from Nova Prime. But anyway, let me just check that real quick. Yeah. No. Yeah, you can. It succeeds on a 6. Oh. Because it says give an adjacent friendly character 50 points or more with a Nova Corps keyword, a power action, remove an action token. Yeah, you only can remove the action token from it with Nova Corps, but he can still use leadership and remove a token on 6. He can remove it from another person with the police keyword or really just lower points. So Nova Prime can, help out Lieutenant Gordon. But mainly the big issue that we're looking at is a second chance to remove a token from Nova Corps Recruit, or I think it's, no, it wouldn't be Denarian, but Nova Corps Recruit. So that's a big one. Another little sort of bonus that's nice is you can take a token off of Cosmo. Is another figure that would benefit from it. So Cosmo moves and walks up, after he TKs. It could be quite interesting and allowing for some very good placement, considering that you're going to TK out 8. Lieutenant Gordon pretty much says, 10 HUD, and now Cosmo is right up in the fight and is able to give enhancement in PD. So just sort of scrolling down, I know there's a lot, like from Golden Age, Bishop, oh gosh, that's a great one right there. From Sinister, Captain Marvel. You might not like her that much for 58 points, but still, it's pretty big. Rookie Banshee from Armor Wars is like really a flashback. It's more fun than anything else. The biggest ones that I've noticed from the police keyword, at least, are really some that you really wouldn't expect as that awesome. The first is Harvey Dent. Um, Being able to get him up there. And we've talked about the craziness of Harvey Dent, of all the things that he's been able to do previously, mainly giving figures willpower and prob on his first few clicks, and then upping his defense or his attack value as needed once someone's based to him, opposing figure is based to him, which you can control a little bit more with Lieutenant Gordon. Another one to consider is the Fast Forces Green Lantern. Yes, the Fast Forces Green Lantern. Unfortunately, not too many of them have the police keyword, unfortunately. Now, why am I considering this? Okay, well, he has 8 range, he has 10 attack, 18 defense, phasing, and close combat expert with 3 damage. So he can do, and he has Indomitable. That's really not too amazing when you look at it, and it's really lackluster considering that he gets running shot on clicks 2 and 3. But with Lieutenant Gordon, he can move 8, get in position, and bam, take that lovely range combat shot off and just do massive amounts of damage. Also considering the fact if you're moving him with Lieutenant Gordon, you're also lowering your opponent's defense by using the PD ability. Okay. Another one for you to consider is the passing the power Abensor, 70 points, 5 damage with their ranged combat expert willpower, and you're also able to get some running shot in there. 9 attack, not so awesome, but he does fly. One honorable mention is Boudica. I've trashed this figure so many times when she first came out. Now, with Lieutenant Gordon, she's actually usable because you're able to get her up into close combat that same turn and have her use Blaze Claw's Fangs. So definitely consider her with that. If you're looking at DC 75th, you have Hal Jordan with the police keyword, which is still a pretty good investment. It's nothing really bad with him, but I think that you might be better off, diversifying. But he still lays some serious damage down. And then there's the so much silliness of Barry Allen. Just Barry Allen with. Oh gosh, Lieutenant Gordon, that's not right. That's not right at all. For the limited time, only in a very, very small window, one other figure for your consideration is from Arkham Asylum, Zoom. I don't really think I need to say more than just Zoom. So anyway. That's from his police keyword, and we can see that that's really strong. You're getting a lot of stuff from police keyword. When we look at detective, one thing that pops out is the Doctor Strange from Galactic Guardians. It would be helpful to just allow that Doctor Strange to get into position a little bit better. White Tiger is sort of useful. Madrox is sort of useful. Karma is sort of useful. Sorry, Karima is sort of useful. Not Karma, I apologize. When we really take a closer look, the detective keyword isn't as good. You might say, oh, look, there's those Batmans from the Gravity Feed of the Dark Knight. I'm not too much a fan of those. Even, Rosarch, gosh, I can't say his name, from the Fast Forces Watchmen is for consideration. And then there's the Batman from DC 75th. You can hook up Martian Manhunter from Brightest Day. Depending on how you feel. I know some folks don't really like him. because of how he starts off. That second click is pretty good. So, you know, maybe, you know, consider him. You know, it's a 158-point investment. A lot of people don't like that. So that is more than fair, all things considered. Where stuff gets silly, in my opinion, is Gotham City. Because Gotham City allows him to be teamed up with a lot of things that I feel he shouldn't be teamed up with. The first of which is from the Justice League set, the Batman number 52. He has Leap Climb for a trait, Batman TA, Charge, and he has a he has Indomitable, and he has the Defense special power, which says Batman can use toughness and combat reflexes. You know, outwit, exploit weakness, perplex. Oh gosh, he has a lot of stuff. 5 range. You know, it makes him a little bit more of a brawler. But you know, with Lieutenant Gordon, that's not really a problem. Okay. The next thing it's really big is Alfred Pennyworth. Oh, look, I have a medic, and my medic needs to get up closer to where the action is. And look, he's right next to Lieutenant Gordon. You know, these two never part ways. And so, you know, Tin Hut, and bam, they move out. And oh, look, it just happened to be that Alfred is next to a hurt Batman, and now is going to heal the hurt Batman. So, yeah. That's another big thing to consider. Uh, Sort of, you know, going on and looking at. I know I could talk about Lucius Fox too. Oh gosh, there's a lot of just like good figures. Superman Beyond is okay. I don't think that he's the best of it, yeah, but it gives you options. The ones that I feel stand out the most are Deadshot and Green Lantern. Deadshot mainly giving you technically that penetrating range combat expert, and Green Lantern giving you a 8 range and a 10 move running shot with Indomitable. So he could just go ahead and it's like, oh, well, I moved a great deal already. I can go ahead if I need to move further. I can, you know, pick up Gordon and on my running shot, or I can, you know, leave Gordon there and, you know, just go ahead and take my shot as it is. So yeah, I really, really, really like that combo. Another one for my personal tech is Holiday Killer. Being able to get Holiday Killer in and out of situations uh, is hard. It is really hard. But allowing him to move up closer with very little hindering him, uh, and giving him technically like an 8 movement starting off is just wonderful, like ridiculously wonderful. I also know, like, for fun's sake, just imagine Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy duo, you know, teamed up with Lieutenant Gordon. You can keep going on, and you can see like Gotham City is really not hurting for people that can just get pumped up by Lieutenant Gordon. So really, if I had to rate his keywords, I would say for pure muscle, Police gives him the best. Gotham City is a close second. Detective, he's probably the best support that you're going to have with a detective keyword, all things considered, sadly. With the PD team ability, you can try to get figures with the PD team ability to help out and just try to, I hate to put it like this, to, you know, you can try to be useful with the PD team ability, but in all honesty, it's not giving you the mass amount of diversification that you need. And even then, you are mostly DC, since the PD team ability was just recently introduced into Marvel. And anyone with PD team ability, I've talked about, should already have like a police keyword or something like that. So there really is just like some overlap. Where there's, might not be some overlap is like Commander L or Maxwell Lord. Those two are a little bit different. They don't have the police keyword or a detective keyword, anything like that. Commander L actually might be pretty interesting um, if you really think about it. And if you go really farther back, Barry Allen from Justice League. I'll say this: Barry Allen from Justice League. If you have it, you were a judge, or you paid a whole lot of money for it off of eBay. So anyway, you pretty much, your best option is to put that Fast Forces Green Lantern on your team. It gives you the most oomph for your cost, and you can round it out how you like, and put on other figures that will assist you in damage dealing. Definitely Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent. Oh gosh, it's just too good. So that's it. I hope for this little microcast that it would help you in your team building and your development. If you have anything that you want me to talk on, in particular, like going in more into the 300-point meta, or how do I pick map or whatever else, email me. I have an email now at startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. So, check that out. I just got it set up pretty recently, so much so that I've even forgotten my password to the email. So I'll have that reset here real soon. So that's it. Thanks for listening, and remember, we have to start over sometime.